Hi, welcome to Mommas and Mannies. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and share this with another mama that is looking to start her week off with a quick burst of me time. As always, let's go ahead and get started with a motivational quote. This is going to be a straightforward, straight to the point type of quote, and it says, "You deserve to be happy." And that basically means that exactly what it says. You deserve to be happy. So if you're unhappy in a situation right now, if you're unhappy at a job, or if you're unhappy with something in your life at this current time, find a way to turn that around and make yourself happy and to give yourself some joy with that. So that could look like at work, maybe setting more boundaries of how much work that you're actually able and honestly able to take on at your job. I know sometimes we say we can do certain things and we actually don't have the capacity to do that, and that can go in any aspect of your life, not necessarily just your job. Just like at home, if you are saying you could do all the laundry, give a bath, cook dinner, cut the grass, take the trash out, fix the house, you can't do it all, mama. You got to get somebody to help you, whether that's your husband, whether that's hiring help. You have to have somebody to help you out around the house with some of the tasks. Unfortunately, we can't do it all. I know that society has fooled us into thinking that we can do it all and we should do it all. I'm not saying we're not capable, but what I'm saying is it really worth it? Is it worth your happiness, worth your energy? Is it worth it? So you can start off by setting boundaries. That's a great way to go ahead and put that foot into the right direction for being happy. So think about that this week. Think about what you're going to take off your to-do list or your daily to-do list, and how you can lighten that load and fill your cup back up with things that make you happy. Guess what time it is? It's mama time. So this week's mama time is going to be about checking in with yourself. I know that was and still is a popular phrase. I think that really became popular during the pandemic, so around the 2020 year. Just checking in with people, family, friends, co-workers, things like that. But on this particular episode, I'm asking, have you checked in with yourself today, mama? And just ways you can do that. And comment below and let us know what checking in looks like for you. I'm trying to really think what checking in looks like for me. I think the biggest thing for me is evaluating from day to day or even week to week. Am I staying within my boundaries? For example, I asked my husband if he could take on the task of cleaning the bathrooms because, like I just mentioned in the motivational quote, I was trying to do everything. Like wash my hair. If you're natural, I like to wash my hair once a week. And the particular products I was using before, it took a long time. Like you had to, for me, for my particular hair type, I had to deep condition for 45 minutes. Then I had to wash my hair, and then I had to style my hair. It was too much, so it ended up being too much. So I was like, I can't wash my hair and try to clean the bathrooms on this particular day. So I was like, okay, well maybe I can clean the bathroom on another day. But then it's kind of like I mentioned before, you have so much to do, or it may feel that way. You really need to remove some things off your plate. So what I did to check in with that particular boundary is to ask myself and to make sure I'm not cleaning the bathroom. Of course, I'll tidy up behind myself after I've used the bathroom, or like when I'm getting ready for bed or in the morning. I want to make sure it's tidy, and even after giving my kids a bath, to do that. But am I stepping outside of my boundary and cleaning the toilets when I shouldn't be doing that? Or, am I cleaning the sink or the counters when that's not my particular job. So just making sure with myself that I'm actually staying within my boundaries. So that's a big one for me. And on this particular list, I think I got these 5 tips on how to check in with yourself from the Oprah site. I'll have to look at the link so I can include that. But it is 5 tips on how to check in with yourself. The first tip is to be honest. You want to, so for each of the 4 tips to check in with yourself, you definitely want to take a deep breath, or however you check in with yourself on a regular basis. Just take a few deep cleansing breaths to make sure that you're actually honest with yourself. You're not putting too much on yourself, and you're actually looking inside of you to see if you are honest with yourself and you're actually checking in on a deeper level, not just a superficial level. So it says take a deep breath with each of your check-ins. Honesty is an essential component of your emotional health, which it definitely is. And the benefit of checking in with yourself is to acknowledge your genuine thoughts and feelings. So making sure you're being honest with yourself, because this is a check-in with yourself. Nobody is calling you to check in. You're calling within yourself to actually check in and make sure everything is okay. Number 2 is create a set time for reflection. So if you're an early bird, definitely take some time out, 15 to 20 minutes in the morning. Doesn't have to be every morning. It could be once a week on a day of your choosing. Checking in with yourself, kind of reflecting back on either the week ahead or reflecting back on your past week to see if you were honest, stayed within your boundaries, you did things that make you feel happy and you were able to fill your cup up with. So the particular article, it says, choose a time free of distraction to check in with yourself daily. This one recommends daily. Find a place where no one will interrupt you. And then 2, depending on the age of your kids, it may actually be in the bathroom. If that's the only place that you can sneak away where your kids won't come in. If you do have kids that like to bust in on you on the bathroom, I apologize in advance. The next best place may be in the shower to actually do this so you're not interrupted. It says you can situate yourself in a calm headspace and get physically relaxed. So yeah, if you don't have any other time, definitely use the time for reflection in the shower. Or if you take your kids to school, you can use it like on the way to work when it's just you in a car. Turn on some relaxing music or keep it completely silent, whichever you prefer. And really check in with yourself. Depending on your ride, if you have like a stressful ride to work, hopefully you don't. If it's a smooth, easy ride and it's not as tense, you can actually take that time, like I said, physically relax your mind and your body and really check in and just ask yourself some questions. Am I feeling okay? Have I been kind to myself today? Am I using kind words to encourage myself? So just think about that. Number 3 is to journal. I am not a journal girl. I do have several journals, but I do not write in a journal on a daily basis. Like I'll keep a journal to keep up with, not even a journal, but I'll write down things to keep up with the tasks, or if something is off, like I'm not feeling right or something like that, I may journal down how I feel at a particular day, or after I've eaten a certain food, I may journal after that. But I'm not a journal type person. I will leave a link just to some nice journals like on Amazon, or comment below and let us know if you have a favorite journal. And it's a lot of great journals out there, and even calendars that have a space to journal, like little stickers, fun stickers you can use for reminders and like positive words. and affirmations and things like that. So let us know what's your favorite journal to use, or even if you actually journal. It's just saying that journals can help us engage our thoughts more clearly. And two, if you're writing down kind of the same thing over and over, it helps for you to see that particular pattern. That way you'll know what are some of your triggers, what are some of your stressors, and ways also that make you feel better in particular activities and events that you actually do that put you in a more positive mindset. So, journaling does have a really great aspect to it. And number 4 on the list is practice mindfulness. And it says you can incorporate meditation into your self check ins to get you in a calm mental space. So, for me, practicing mindfulness would be listening to the high frequency music. Also, just like in the morning would be my time to check in with myself, drinking my favorite hot beverage. I like hot tea. So, just really being able to be mindful of my surroundings. A big one for me recently has really been waking up and feeling, am I still tired? Do I need to lay back down? Because I get up extremely early before the rest of my family does. So sometimes I have to check in with myself and say, hey, am I still sleepy? Do I need to lay down? Am I mentally tired? Do I just need to sit down and relax my mind? Am I physically tired? Like I said, do I need to lay back down? Do I need to get some icy hot for my body, just depending on what I've been doing? So, really, just being mindful of how you feel physically and mentally and spiritually, and seeing how after your check-in you can readjust yourself. So please comment, let us know what you do to check in, how often you check in, if you're doing any of these things. Of course, I hope we're all being honest with ourselves. If you're creating a set time for reflection, let me know. I would love to know if it's in the morning, at night, in the shower. If you use a journal, let us know. And let us know how you practice mindfulness, what that looks like for you in your life at this stage. And particularly, it's going to change when your kids get older versus when they're younger. So definitely let us know. Please leave a comment, share this episode, and hit that bell for notifications so you'll know when a new episode comes out on Mondays. And as always, remember, me time is essential and it's never selfish. So have a great week, Mama.